Where was Jeremy? You can't talk about Elena without Jeremy.
Y'all ain't not gonna disrespect Jeremy Gilbert. Welcome back to Binge Twins TV.
You need to subscribe right now. You should follow us on Twitter too at Binge Twins TV.
First order of business is that you subscribe. Second order of business is getting to the latest episode of Legacies on the CW. This was the musical episode that we all kind of anticipate.
The Salvatore musical.
That's right. I want to start this off by giving Caleb the gold star. You're going to Hollywood. Congratulations. He should have had a couple more solos because Caleb was getting the job done.
Yeah.
So yeah, Caleb was a standout. I don't know who else was singing or who wasn't singing.
Mostly lip syncing.
Mostly lip syncing, which is fine. You know, some of the greats lip sync. That's okay.
That's a performance in itself too, to pull off the lip sync.
I actually shouted out the writers of Legacies, and I'll shout them out again because I felt like the writing was very strong this episode.
A lot of nostalgia.
It's already risky of being just a little bit too cheesy, a little too High School Musical, but they actually gave us a really good callback to those series that we love and those characters that we've known for a really long time now.
Seeing Hope pick up a paintbrush is just it's a direct callback to her father.
They got a shot of something that she was painting too, and it did not look wholesome or nice or sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't sunshine and rainbows, that's for sure.
No. It was interesting because they basically threw this bootleg Cupid Malivore monster in that is supposed to break people apart but then bring them together. So now Hope and Landon are back together.
Landon's relationship.
I thought we were actually going to have some more conflict in this episode, but the whole thing ended up just being kind of like a get back together story.
Right.
And meanwhile, poor MG's being manipulated the entire time by this monster, trying to figure it out and help his friends, but he can't.
The monster ends up creating the musical, which I didn't see. I didn't know how the musical was going to tie in. He ends up being the maestro behind the whole thing.
And he makes Landon the director, executive producer, which was absolutely ridiculous. Quentin the Phoenix Tarantino. It was way too much. I saw Julie Plec tweet to Vampire Diaries fans that this was an opportunity to enjoy Legacies, whether you've seen it or not. And I see why she said that. The nostalgia of it all was everything. Hearing Caroline's voice read that letter to Lizzie was everything that we needed. That was very heavy. I thought that was a good moment. If we can't get these past actors to show up physically, I know people have commented on our channel before about the different people and who wants to come back and who doesn't. It was nice to just get some audio. I will take that. It was lovely. I felt like she was telling me that I'm okay and I'm not broken too. So that was a good moment.
As I've said before, we need to incorporate the legacy of everything, and comparing Legacies to the originals or the Vampire Diaries is tough to do. It's just very different atmospheres. Hope isn't like her dad, where she's got siblings that are very powerful and a whole network and gang of people that are ready to pop off at any time. She's at this school with a bunch of ungrateful people that really don't know her and her background and who she really is. She's having to save them in situations constantly.
Ignorant little snot-nosed kids who don't even appreciate what they have, which is a protector of the realm, basically.
And they don't even I don't even think these people honor Hope the way that they should. The people who were cheering when she came to fight Dark Josie, every knee shall bow. You need to acknowledge who you're in the presence of. Does she have to go Dark Hope to get some real respect out here? Hope is trying to do it the right way, but and y'all better show some respect.
Right. It is about her legacy and what she's done, what she's going to do moving forward. She's at this school pretty much permanently, protecting all these people. She's got this little, sometimes he's human, sometimes he's a phoenix, on and off again boyfriend. These questions are going to keep coming up for Hope, but we want the same things for her too. We want her to own her greatness. She's carrying on a long legacy. That's what the musical was really referring to. The fact that this is the backstory of the school, the Salvatores, of werewolves, of originals, of witches.
And she really had no business getting tight at Landon for trying to incorporate her dad. He's like, your dad is literally in all of the... Your dad's kind of like he's in every book. Landon's so dumb. This show, not just the musical, this whole show is your legacy,
right.
Hope.
The fact that we didn't really finish Vampire Vampire Diaries was kind of weird watching it kind of unfold and have them refer back. The only reason that happened was because the original started and Vampire Diaries was still going. Caroline was getting with Stefan at the time and Elena with Damon. We skipped Mystic Falls. We went to New Orleans. We were in the Bayou with Haley.
And Vincent.
Right, Vincent and Cammie at that little cafe that she always worked at. We jumped ship a little bit, and now we're here with Legacies, and Hope has the responsibility. She does have the pressure.
Yeah, not like Elena.
No, the only pressure Elena had in her life was whether she wanted to sleep with Stefan or Damon.
And what to write in her diary.
And how to save Jeremy from some impending disaster. Elena, I know this isn't the right thing to do.
No Jeremy Gilbert in the musical either. Who was gonna play Jeremy? Where was Jeremy? You can't talk about Elena without Jeremy.
Let me tell you something right now.
Jeremy in the musical.
Y'all are not gonna disrespect Jeremy Gilbert.
He put in too much work.
He became a hunter.
Went through too much.
He went through too. I think he died at one point and came back. Where was Jeremy? They should have put the grill in the musical, the Mystic Grill.
How was that not in the music? The grill.
That is the landmark in Mystic Falls.
Mystic Falls is the Mystic Grill. Get a burger, a beer. There are people over here on Vervain talking about, you know, like
somebody's compelled down the, you know, on the stool next to you. It's fine. It's the grill.
Yeah, we kind of have some hints as to like what happened in the end, but we
We're
appreciate the details.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're gonna go back and put the pieces together for ourselves.
Apparently, this week's episode is supposed to be really crazy. In the promo, we see Malivore, and Landon has this whole
"Hey, Dad,"
you know, "Hey, Dad" moment, which is just so weird because like your dad is just a pile of clay. Landon just gets weirder.
It's just weird. It makes him even more weird. I just feel like as the primary villain, I would like to see him or it, whatever, like humanized more. I guess it's a staple of like great villains. You get to interact with them and get a sense of their mentality. Like, let us know what you guys think about Malivore, because I need to get a little more than just Malivore being Landon's dad. You know what the best villains are? The ones that are part of the legacy. Like, you remember how in the originals we were getting attacked by all of the Michelson enemies? They really made it so Hope could not have to live that life.
That's what really worked well for them. They had personal attacks on the originals, and the people who would come into town to go after them had history with them, and we would learn all the messed up things that Klaus did, and the sister he hooked up with, and the cousin that he killed, and the dad whose head he ripped off.
Mother.
But in Legacies, all they do is throw monsters out of the Malivore pit, and then they're gone by the end of the episode, and sometimes they'll come back, but there's no personal threat against Hope. I mean, everyone's always after Hope, but you need to put a face on Malivore. I can't be intimidated and scared of the villain if the villain looks like my driveway outside in the backyard. It doesn't really work for me. Maybe they put him in somebody's body like you've suggested before. I thought that was a great idea. We need more of a personal feeling of conflict. And we're just coming off a musical episode. Apparently this week things are really supposed to pop off, so let's see where we're at after episode 4. Make sure you're checking out all of our other Legacies reviews. We are covering the season. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on Malivore? What are your thoughts on Handon? How did you feel about the musical performances? Give your American Idol judge moments down in the comments. Until the next Legacies episode. And where was Jeremy and where was Vincent? I'm sorry. I'm putting Vincent in any play that I do about the history of Mystic Falls.
See, once you said Michelson, I'm out. You lost me. Klaus, I told you a million times.
Cammy, I told you a million times. He's bad news. Vince was a mess. Remember, he had a whole wife who was a crazy dark witch. I think they had a child too.
Lord.
Then he accessed that dark magic coming at you.